All right, buckle up. It's going to be a wild weather for Weather Geeks today. Welcome back, everyone. I appreciate your patience today. No doubt this will be a long video, but there's so much to talk about. Probably the busiest 7-day period of the entire calendar year, weather-wise, for us here in the Mahoning and Shenango valleys. Now, this afternoon, we are relatively snow-free as I record this at about a little close, getting pretty close to 2 p.m. There are some flurries around, yes, but this is pretty much innocent, inconsequential snow. It's cold. Temperatures, as expected, have been dropping all day. The 1 o'clock hour temperatures in the lower teens across our entire viewing area. And as far as the wind chill, let's bring up the wind chill values. Feels like 5 below Youngstown, 1 below Newcastle. Feels like 0 over in Ravenna right now. So yes, it is cold. It is getting colder, and that's going to become a big, big story over the next several days. The two waves of cold. Wave 1 is here now. Wave number 2 arrives on Saturday. Again, the radar doesn't show a whole lot, but we're going to have to keep an eye on some streamers coming off of Lake Huron. Can't see them on the radar, but these are lake effect snow showers right in through here. And a couple of these are going to try to sneak down kind of like this. Let me try to draw that a little better, zoom back in. Concerned about a Lake Huron streamer that comes down later this afternoon and kind of meanders in through here, Ashtabula County, maybe the eastern part of Trumbull and parts of Mercer County. If that comes to fruition, someone could get a couple of inches of snow underneath that relatively narrow streamer that may come down. So that's something to watch out for later this afternoon. I'll be posting radar snapshots, of course, on social media if that is the case. For the rest of us, I don't think any snow showers will amount to much for the rest of the day. Fresh candy coatings, half an inch. It's going to blow around. Hard to measure anyway with this kind of wind that we have going on right now. Let me turn off the clouds, make this a little less busy. I'll turn off the radar as well. Let's take a look at the pressure field this afternoon. As you can see, the isobars are packed pretty close together this afternoon, so that is usually a good sign that it is, in fact, windy out there. The temperatures are plummeting. Look how cold this map is. This looks like a map in early to mid-January. Now, we're now into mid-February. We're out of really the traditional heart of winter. We're still firmly in winter, but the coldest period of the year, climatologically speaking, is now in our rear view mirror, but you wouldn't know it by this map. Look how cold it is all the way up into Canada. And yes, the second batch of cold air gathering up here across the northern territories, getting set to plunge south and east during the course of the weekend. It's going to be even worse than it is now, and I'm talking a lot worse. So let's get to the details. I'm going to real quickly bring up the high-resolution rapid refresh model here. Our most high-resolution model, we only use this going out to about 15 hours in the future. And let's see what this has to say about that possible Lake Huron streamer. Yeah, there it is this afternoon. Heading into parts of Lake Erie, as I fast forward a couple of hours then towards, this would be, let's go to 4 p.m. This does then kind of cross through the lake, heading into Ashtabula County, heading into parts of Mercer County by 4 o'clock. 6 o'clock this evening, this will still be meandering around, but it may start to weaken. So, we're looking at late afternoon, early evening that this streamer comes down and brings someone in eastern Trumbull and especially Mercer County. Someone could get a couple of inches out of this with maybe some slick road conditions on I-80, I-79. Something to watch out for later on today. All right, let's move beyond that. And first of all, I'm going to focus on precipitation in the next couple of days. Then we'll talk about the wind chills. Friday is going to be an uneventful day as this high-pressure zone moves just to our south. The wind will settle down. It'll be an uneventful day, but cold. Lower teens for highs tomorrow. As we get into Saturday, here's our next round. And this is a whopper of a clipper coming through and a whopper of an Arctic front. Strongest Arctic front of the entire season. So Saturday morning, flurries and snow showers start. They'll pick up in intensity by lunchtime, and this could get real tricky on the roads by midday on Saturday, as early as noon, 1 o'clock, snow squalls, snow showers. There could be some blinding whiteouts in some of these heavier squalls, late morning, early afternoon on Saturday. If you need to get some errands done on Saturday, I would recommend doing it first thing in the morning if you can, because I would expect road conditions to go downhill pretty quickly by midday on Saturday. Look how tightly packed together the isobars are. It's going to be really windy on Saturday. And these snow squalls and snow showers will gradually start to diminish in coverage and intensity by late Saturday night and Sunday morning. This is going to be a blizzard for parts of New England, not for us. It's going to be windy and there's going to be snow showers, but I don't expect blizzard conditions here. But you guessed it, southern New England, where it's been just an unbelievable stretch over the last month, they're going to get hit with more snow. Now, probably not a 3-foot snowstorm, but several inches, if not a foot in some spots, and lots of blowing and drifting up in New England. For us, conditions will calm down Sunday, but it's going to be remarkably cold. Again, I'm going to talk about the temperatures and wind chills in a second. But Sunday and Sunday night, just remarkably cold. Monday morning, the wind will be calm. Here's Monday morning. Strong ridge of high pressure. We're talking maybe 1036 millibars right overhead. If the sky goes completely clear, which it probably will, with a fresh snowpack, calm winds, the bottom's going to drop out of those temperatures. And as I posted this morning, I wouldn't be surprised if someone out in the countryside woke up around minus 20 Monday morning. I'm going to show you the models in a second here. All right. While we're on precipitation, a lot of speculation and rumors out there. I've seen a lot of comments. Hey, what do you think of this Tuesday storm? I'm hearing 14 inches. I'm hearing this and that. And I posted a little bit of a semi-rant about weather apps last night on Facebook and Twitter. I'll be very careful using forecasts from weather apps. Use them for radar. Current conditions, they're great. The forecasts, not so much. Be careful of what Facebook websites you might stumble across. There's a lot of amateur hour stuff out there on Facebook. Anybody can be a Facebook meteorologist, and they don't have the training or expertise to decipher model information from reality. Here's the reality. There's going to be a storm moving through parts of the east and the southeast first half of next week. Some places are going to get snow out of this. Some places will get rain. Some places will get ice. Where the placement of all these features are, we don't know yet. Right now, the current GFS would suggest that this is a snow and ice event for North Carolina, parts of Virginia. This is a Tuesday afternoon I'm showing you. Here's Tuesday night. And if the current GFS were to be believed, in other words, if it's exactly right, which is very unlikely, but if it were to be exactly right, this would be just kind of a glancing blow for us with maybe a couple or a few inches on the backside. This is more of a problem for Carolinas, Virginia, parts of the East Coast, if the current GFS were to be right. Other models have some different ideas. The energy that becomes this storm is up over the northwestern territories of Canada and over the Pacific Ocean right now. Until it gets onto land, gets sampled better by the computer models, we just don't know. So you're going to see a chance of snow in our 7-day forecast on the news tonight. Beyond that, you're not going to see much detail from us just yet. Don't believe all the there's going to be a foot of snow and that sort of stuff hype, because it's just hype at this point. Someone's going to get a foot of snow in the east, but it could be Hartford, Connecticut, and not Youngstown. So there's a lot of possibilities out there. Significant winter storm for some, but for others, not so much. And the placement of this just isn't known. And anybody who says they know it is being really arrogant right now. All right, so that's precipitation. We're already over 8 minutes, so let's start talking about other things. I'm going to zoom in on our area. We're going to talk about temperatures and wind chills. Let's talk about wind chills first. Wind chills by this evening and heading into the overnight tonight will be down in the teens, below zero. As you get up tomorrow morning, I would expect wind chills to be 10 to 15 below. A lot of kids have school off tomorrow for some conferences. If your school is in session, good chance of 2-hour delays for tomorrow. All right, the wind chills on Saturday. Again, the wind chill not much of a problem Friday because there isn't much wind. Saturday evening, wind chills here probably around minus 15, getting close to minus 20 by Saturday evening. And then by Sunday morning, this is going to be the worst of the wind chills. Saturday overnight and heading into Sunday morning. Let's back up to Sunday morning here. And we've been talking about this for a few days now, how the wind chill Sunday morning could be, minus 25 in some parts of northeast Ohio and northwestern PA. And certainly the GFS model will bear that out here. It's even printing out some minus 30s, parts of northwest Ohio and over into northwestern PA as well. All right, now let's focus on the actual temperatures, because these will be remarkable as well. And I'm going to skip ahead to Monday morning because that's when the coldest temperatures are likely, not wind chills, but temperatures. We're looking at the latest GFS model here for Monday morning, and it's got a solid -10 for the actual temperature at the Youngstown Warren Airport. But notice up here in parts of Crawford County, PA, it's got -25. Not sure if it's that cold, but you know, in some of the colder spots around Mansfield, easily a -18, -20. So I think Monday morning, the populated areas, you know, where most people live, your Canfield, Boardman, Warren, et cetera, -10, good bet. Out in the countryside, in the coolest nooks and crannies, particularly in Mercer County, I think -20 is on the table for Monday morning, the actual temperature. Now, the wind chill Monday morning won't be much of a factor because the wind should be just dead calm. So the wind chill won't be much different than the temperature, but the temperature will be bad enough. All right, I haven't talked about the snowfall amounts on Saturday. Again, I'm over 10 minutes, so I'm going to try to keep this as brief as I can. This is the SRF plume for liquid precipitation amounts. Of course, it'll be in the form of snow, but if you melted it, we're looking at an average on this model of about 0.2 of an inch worth of liquid precipitation if you melted the snow on Saturday. Now, a lot of the times the rule of thumb is inch of liquid equals 10 inches of snow. It's a 10-to-1 ratio. This is going to be a high ratio snow event Saturday with Arctic air. The ratios could be 20, even 25-to-1. So if you take 0.2 of an inch of liquid, apply a 20-to-1 ratio, you've got a solid 4 inches worth of snow. And I think that's going to be a good average. It's going to be hard to measure with all the wind on Saturday, but I think we can count on a pretty solid 3, 4, perhaps even 5 inches worth of snow coming up on Saturday and into Saturday night. The snow will stop accumulating probably late Saturday evening, but starting midday, road conditions are going to go downhill fast. Saturday afternoon and evening, no fun. I think pretty good 4 inches in most spots, but again, good luck measuring it with all of the wind. Thank you for sticking with me on this long weather for Weather Geeks. Of course, I'll have more throughout the afternoon and evening. I look forward to seeing you tonight on 21 News at both 6 and 11.